Yo, what up everyone? It is me. Surprisingly, with a mic today. I know I surprised myself too. But I had this weird ass dream today. Or two dreams that I actually want to talk about because it was... Okay, so I should maybe give you some lore again. So I went to bed at like, I think like 9 p.m. Which is quite a big difference compared to my usual 10 or 11 that I go to bed in. So like, I went to bed, I wake up with like a weird feeling around 11. You know, I was like constantly struggling falling asleep, and I had like, my throat was like really messing with me. So I had like this weird feeling when I was trying to like sleep constantly. And then eventually at 11 I got back to bed. I settled down. And then I wake up at 5 a.m. to a weird ass dream that I had. So the dream was like... So I usually have my door closed when I sleep, right? Like any normal person would. And that's the first time I actually haven't missed that shot, by the way. Yeah, so I had my door opened in the dream, and I could see that the kitchen had lights still on in it, even though I shut them off. And I'm like looking at it for a bit. Then my tongue, yes, my tongue touches one of my teeth, my bottom teeth, and I'm like, okay, well there's something there that's like really like annoying me. It was like a piece of hair or something stuck between my teeth somehow. Don't ask me how, I don't know. And so I put my hand in there. Put my hand down my mouth, trying to pull the hair out that's like stuck. It's like really stuck there. I'm like, it's like really bothering me. It's like a hair that's like kind of looped, so you can like somewhat like grab a hold on it. So I grab it, right? I get my hand on it properly. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get this thing out of here, and then go back to bed so it can stop bothering me. And when I pulled it out, the tooth, or the hair, not tooth, but I felt, well actually yes, my tooth did get pulled out with it. I felt my tooth pull out with the hair, and I'm like laying on the bed like freaking out, seeing my tooth just fall off with the hair that I pulled out. And I'm just like panicking. Then I rush to the bathroom where the sink is, so I can see if there's any bleeding and I can stop the bleeding. And I'm just panicking around, and I'm like extremely anxious about it, and I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? Then I get to the bathroom while holding my hand around my mouth, so it won't bleed like anywhere. And then when I start spitting. So I start spitting the blood out of my mouth, and I'm just looking at it like that's not any, nor that's just not how blood is supposed to work, and it should not be like that dense or thick. And I was like, what is like happening? It was kind of like porridge or something. Like it was just really dark porridge that was like felt like blood, and I was like, what is going on with this? And I was just so nervous, like freaking the fuck out. And then after that, the dream cuts off. I wake up and I'm like looking, I'm like testing my teeth around, and I'm like, what happened? Is everything okay? And nothing else? Like absolutely freaked out by it, and I'm just looking at the time that is 5 AM, and I'm like, oh my god. Then I lay down there, just awake for like almost an hour, I think, until I'm like, okay, yeah, I really gotta try to sleep more. Like I've been trying to sleep early, so I gotta try and sleep more. So I fall asleep again at like half or something, I think. And I wake up again. Right, I have another dream, which is kind of unlikely usually for me, because I was just expecting myself to like constantly wake up now, like every hour or so, until I eventually just decide to get up from bed. And I have another dream where again I'm like testing my teeth in the dream for well, whatever the reason, I don't know, I have actually no idea. But this time I touch my lower bottom teeth first. I'm like, okay, everything's fine. And then I touch my upper teeth on the right side, and I'm like, this one seems a little bit fidgety. I don't know what's going on, and I'm like walking around with friends or family or something, and I'm like touching the tooth, and I'm like, what is happening with this? And then I feel that my fingers stopped touching something, and they're not like fidgeting the tooth anymore, and I'm like, oh no. And then I drag my hand down from my mouth, and I look at my fingers, and I have blood all over them. I have the tooth in my hands, just there existing, and I'm like, oh no, not again. I start freaking out again, and I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? Like this is bad. And then the dream cuts out again. It cuts out. I wake up at 8, and I'm like full sweat, and I'm like freaked out again because it's like the tooth thing happened again, and I'm like, I DM my friend, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening with this? And I'm like so confused. I still have no idea what it was about. I actually just do not, like I'm still confused by it. I'm still freaked out by it. But like, I thought it was too funny to not share, so this is why. So this is why I have my mic on today, for this video at least. Because those that actually don't really know, usually when I do my speedrun videos like these, I don't really use my mic at all, because it's just me like doing the speedrun than more so than anything else. So I actually don't really use my mic with these. How is this one guy still alive? What is happening? But yeah, I don't use my mic with these videos really. It's only the ones where it's like actual other things than this, where I actually like use it, but I just felt like it was too funny to not share with you. So that's why I was like, let me whip out the mic and start yapping. You know, and also some guy asked for more fly lore when I talked about it in my other video. I actually don't have too much of it anymore. I kinda cut it off at the end. But I really don't have any more fly lore. Every fly that I've adopted is, well, dead. Or just, I've just let them out, you know. Because I'm a good person like that, trust me. But it's usually around summertime. Like, well, not usually, it's always around summertime when I make new friends with flies somehow. You know, because I am the fly whisperer, as I said in that earlier video, but you know, it's always around summer when it happens, obviously, because, well, flies don't exist in winter. They really don't. But yeah, I kinda cut it off at the end, so sorry about that one. If you were like really excited to hear more of it, because I really don't have any more of it. I'll have more fly lore actually when summertime hits again. That's when you'll actually get to hear more of it, I think. So I do have this one pretty funny story. When I was in summer, I was biking. And I was going to meet a friend. I was like gonna bike to their house and meet him. So we have this asphalt near our, like where we usually bike from. And I was like, I was kinda like just listening to music and fucking around. And I had this cool idea. I was like, I wonder what would happen if I swapped my hands around on the bike handles. You know, so I put my right hand where my left is and my left hand where my right is. And I was like, I wonder just how bad could this be if I like do this. And I can confirm it was very bad. It was actually very bad. I ended up, surprise surprise, I ended up flattening my face on the asphalt. And I was just honestly laughing about it. Like, I was completely bruised. Like, obviously, I don't think it comes as a surprise to anyone that I was actually like full on bruised about it. And just, I threw the soap out. I just realized that's fine. But yeah, I was like full on bruised. My legs were completely fucked. My hands were completely fucked, and I was just laughing about it. I got back to my bike and I started biking to my friend more. Like, I was laughing about it for like 10 minutes, and then when I got to his house, and I was like, yo bro, the craziest shit just happened, man. I was fucking around with the bike and I wanted to do some funny things when I was alone. And they just called me a dumbass. But yeah, there's some more lore that those interested. I've done a lot of wacky shit when I was younger. Like a lot of wacky shit. I think I would still laugh about it to this day if I actually did the bike thing again. I think I would laugh about it. Because usually, as long as I don't hurt myself too bad, I usually just laugh it off as like a funny thing. Though honestly, that reminds me. Okay, so like 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, before Christmas, I had a friend over at our house, and I was like, so usually we put like these lanterns on like wooden pedestal kind of things to stand in the snow, and my mother asked me to do it for her, and I was like, okay, sure. And I went out with my friend to get the axe and the wood ready. And I missed the wood that I was supposed to hit, and I axed myself in the leg. And well, not the leg, I axed myself in the foot, more so than anything. So I was just, my friend was like completely freaked out and shocked at if I was asking me if I was okay, and I was just, I think it was just the shock of the pain, where I was just like, I was standing there, looking at it, and I'm like, oh, well, I have an axe in my leg. You know, just kinda accepting my fate and just looking at it with no reaction really. Just straight-faced. I look at my friend. He's still like worried about me, and I'm like just looking at the axe handle that I have in my hands, and then looking at the axe itself that's in my leg. And I look back at the axe, then I look at him, and I'm like, I take out the axe from my foot, and I'm just telling him that, you know, maybe we should go back inside, and I pull the axe out, and then I just hit it back into the wood where I picked it up from. Then we walk inside. I ask my mom to come there. I tell her, yeah, so I hit myself in the foot. And she's like asking me if I'm okay, and I'm like, yeah, I feel fine. Don't think there's anything wrong. And it was just the funniest shit I think I did that day, and then me and my friend just got back to playing the Smash Brothers on the Wii, and I was like, I was just laughing about it with him, and I'm like, bro, there's no way I'd do something like that. I don't think anyone else was laughing. I mean, my friend started laughing when he realized that I was fine. That's when he was laughing also about it with me, but I think more than anything my mother was extremely worried. I mean, for an understandable reason though, of course, you know, I think I would be worried too, as like a father or mother, if I heard that my son hit his own foot with an axe. You know, I think anyone would be worried about that. But I was just laughing my ass off with it, and I was like, oh my god, man. So there's some more lore for those interested, those who want to know about it. You know, we've talked about teeth. We've talked about teeth, bleeding, hair between teeth, access, feet, access stuck in feet. What the fuck is this video about anymore? You know, only the most high quality content you will ever receive here. We talk about the most weirdest shit I can ever imagine and think of. I've been thinking that I should maybe like play some TF2 again. So those who don't know, TF2 is like currently my most played game on Steam. Like I play TF2 a bunch, okay? I'm not good at it. And I'm not looking to be like amazing either. My goal is to just have fun in the game always when I play it, you know? So I was thinking to myself that I should maybe like boot up TF2 today and just play that. Which I might. I'm not usually too sure what I do on my days. I just kind of spend the day and I'm like, in the end, when I just go to bed and I'm like thinking what I got done today, and I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, I did absolutely fucking nothing today. You know, and then I'm just sitting there and I'm like, still looking at myself or the ceiling, and I'm like, maybe I'll do something else tomorrow. And I don't. It's just a repeat of the same day. You know, it's like the Truman Show that I'm living in. It's just the same thing every day. Bro, come on now. I thought me yapping was good enough for you to do actually something other than that, so I could actually get this done again. Honestly, a funny thing. So those who like keep track of the GIFs that I use on my videos and how much they change, I usually switch them around when I switch interest in like games or characters, because it's more of like a personality thing. You know, it's more of like a personality thing. So currently, right, it's Monika, you know, because I dragged myself back into the Doki Doki literature club hole that I was in like 2 to 3 years ago. Because I bought the DDLC Plus recently and I played through that. So I've been like, I unironically, okay, I'm not even joking, it's cringe to say, but I am unironically like getting back into I'm getting back into piano practicing because of that game. Yes, I do have a piano, it's just gonna be sitting there and I haven't touched it really at all. And I've got back into that. I've been practicing it almost daily pretty much now. And I got into writing, actually. Like I unironically got into writing, like poems, because of that. Like as much as you can think it of as a joke, I'm like not even fucking around with you about it. Like I actually got into poem writing. I got into poem writing because of the game. And it's honestly been fun to just write things. Like genuinely, I've been having a blast with that. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna read any of them, first things first. Maybe someday I might like whip out one of the poems on video, but I'm never going to read them to anyone pretty much. But it's been fun. Like, it's unironically been fun. But anyways, that was a yapping session and a half. I'm gonna go watch some YouTube now and just take it easy for today. Anyways, y'all take care and see ya.